Hi, my name is Shanta Lee Gander, and I'm the Managing Director of A Sense of Place, and I'm here at the historic African-American-owned Clemmons Family Farm. What you see right behind me is the 1830 Big Barn, and what we're doing with grant funds and support from so many others is repurposing this barn to turn into a visual and performing arts center with the focus of African American and African diaspora culture and heritage. Now, what does that mean? That means music, dance, theater, storytelling, and so much more. Why don't we check in with our project partner, Eliot, of Building Heritage, and see what progress they've made in the Big Barn.
Hey there, I'm Eliot from Building Heritage, and we're here at the Clemmons Family Farm. We're just ending our second week of work over here, and you can see behind me what we've been up to. There was an attached smaller shed that was off of this main shed, we're calling it, that's still intact here. There was a lower shed that we removed sort of due to the need to get at this main wall of the main shed to do some foundation repairs. So we deconstructed this lower shed last week, and now we've installed some steel I-beams, and we're beginning the jacking process. Each of the bents, which is sort of the section of the barn, so there are 7 bents, 7 sections. Each of those is being lifted so that we can repair the posts and the sill that is underneath those posts. And then we will get the excavator in here next week to begin digging along the foundation that you see here to pour some new concrete in there. The main sill, the horizontal beam that's at the bottom of the wall that you see there, that will get replaced, and there'll be some new siding. The current plan is that the wall below this will kind of stay open with some large openings and sort of a patio area for workspace for studios and everything out to the south of the building here. So here we are upstairs on the main level of the barn, and this is the water tank behind me here. So this is actually hung right now off of some temporary supports that we put in. The floor underneath it, the floor framing and the flooring was severely rotted, and the tank wasn't about to go through the floor, but anyone that walked back there certainly would have. We're working with an engineer to figure out what it will take to support the floor in a way that the water tank could be filled again with water, while at the same time having structural capacity to have the building full of people as well. The idea is that at some point it will be a fully functioning water feature that will be inside the space while also having the public in here. At one point in time, the use of this was to harness all of the roof water that was collected off of the gutters and the downspouts throughout the whole building and dumped into the water tank here to then gravity feed down to the cows that were down below us in the basement level. The other thing we've been up to this week is putting in steel truss rods that tie the building together. So you can see one of them right above us here. It basically reinforces the timber beam that's below it and keeps the roof from spreading. So that's sort of the majority of the work that we've been up to. A little bit of excavation on the back wall as well, and starting to get into timber repairs. You can see behind me here, we've got the building supported on steel brackets and an old ratcheting style jack, which allows us to lift up the post and remove the horizontal beam, the sill, the upper sill that the posts are sitting on, which is severely rotted. That was the timber that we looked at from the outside. And it's a little trick that we do to elevate the posts, do a little tablecloth trick and slide in the new sill and set the posts back down. So all that timber work should begin next week, and be some really fun stuff.
Creative placemaking and preservation work at the historic Big Barn are funded in part by Art Place America to foster community well-being through African American and African diaspora programs, and by the Vermont Division of Barn Preservation to restore and enhance this historic structure for the public's enjoyment and appreciation of Vermont's heritage. This work is joyfully implemented by the A Sense of Place project partners at the Clemmons Family Farm.